Hi, I'm Norm Landis, a New York State licensed outdoor guide, and I want you to know that if someone charges you to take you hiking, they should be licensed and have their first aid up to date. I'm here today to talk about have fun and be safe on the trails, because knowledge and preparation are keys to having fun and safety on the trail. Usually when I talk to students, I ask them questions, and since we're not together today, I'll say the question is, and hold up my hand in case your teacher wants to stop the video and have some discussion time. So first, the question is, why would you want to go hiking, and what concerns do you have? So why hike? Students have told me they like to get outside with their friends and enjoy fresh air and nature. You might see animals like squirrels and rabbits and deer. Also plants like the pretty pitcher plant, or like we have in Rome, the pitcher plant that dissolves bugs, and a pretty pink lady slipper. Now you may have some concerns like sun, rain, bugs, heat, and cold, but with good planning, you can deal with all of these. So the question is, where are there trails and how do you decide to go? We're very lucky in this area to have many area trails. Here at Cooperative Extension, there's a nature trail. In Rome, we have about a dozen trails, and they come in various types. Some, like the nature trail here, are woods trails on dirt. Others are stone dust, and some are paved. Now we have across the state the Erie Canal Trail, part of the Empire State Trail System, and that's good for biking as well as hiking, just like the Roy Hill Trail in Whitesboro and New Hartford. So besides that local and that state trail, we also have a national trail. You might have heard of the Appalachian Trail, but our trail is longer. It's the North Country National Scenic Trail. So the question is, how do you plan a hike? Trails in the Adirondacks have guidebooks and maps, but and the North Country Trail and the Empire State Trail have websites. But for other trails, you need to talk to people that you use them. So ask them where it is, what type it is, how long it took them to hike the trail. But remember, different people hike at different speeds. So check the weather forecast and also the time of sunset using an almanac or some other source. Set a turnaround time. That helps you get off the trail before dark. So let's say that sunset is 7 o'clock and you start your hike at 10. That leaves 8 hours from 10 until 6, because you don't want to figure on getting out right at 7, get out an hour early. So half of that would be 2. But remember that in the afternoon, you're going to be going slower than you are in the morning when you're fresh. So make the turnaround time 1 o'clock. So the question is, what do we take? A retired forest ranger in the high peaks said that the most important 3 things are water, flashlight, or you could use a headlamp, and boots. Now you don't need boots as big as mine are, but you need to have your feet covered. No flip-flops or sandals. You should also have a refillable bottle for your water, lunch and snacks, and a backpack to carry things in. Now, if you don't already have a backpack, one thing to look for is a hip belt. Now, a hip belt takes some of the weight and puts it onto your hips, and that way it's easier on your shoulders. So that's something to look for in a backpack. And at your age, experts say that you should not have more than about 15% of your body weight in your pack and backpack. Also, you should have a first aid kit, and someone in your group should. And a part of that should be tweezers, magnifying glass, a tick removal kit. Now, other things that you might want to have include the 10 essentials. Now, if your teacher doesn't have this in her packet, he or she can look it up on the DEC website. Now, one of the things that you should always have is water, but it's one of the heavier things to carry. So the question is, how can you purify water? Well, like many things in hiking, there's several options, and you have choices with advantages and disadvantages for each. You can get tablets that you can put in your water bottle and disinfect. Now you got to buy ahead of time and you use them up, but it's real easy to carry. Another option is boiling water, but you've got to have either a stove and a pot or some way to boil water. And the disadvantage is that you can't drink boiling water, so you'll need to let it cool. The tablets, you've got to take about 20 minutes to dissolve, so both of them, there's a delay. Now, the filter, you get to a stream, you can put the one end in the stream, and you can pump water into your water bottle. It's the same temperature as the stream, and you can drink it right away. But make sure that there's going to be water where you're going. If you're going up the mountain, there's less likely to be water. But if you're going to a lake, well, then you'll probably have a chance to refill. Now, footwear, I already mentioned, have enclosed shoes. Wear light-colored pants, long pants, and tuck your pant legs into your socks. That way, it'll keep bugs out. And also, the light-colored, you'll be able to see the bugs easier and be able to brush them off. And don't wear cotton, because cotton holds the water, and wet equals cold. So other materials are better. Dress in layers with a wicking layer on the first layer, and then a shirt over that, and then a windbreaker. At least have it with you. You don't have to wear it, but have it with you. And once again, tuck your shirt in your pants and have your jacket ready, so when you stop and sit down for a snack, that's when you're going to be cooler. Then when you're moving, you're going to be warm. So have this jacket ready to put on when you're having your snack. Also, your lunch and your snacks should be things that are not refrigerated. If you're out for more than an hour or two, refrigerated foods can end up making you sick. Note that a phone is not a substitute for a flashlight or a headlamp. It's not as bright as a flashlight, and it won't last very long, wearing down its battery. So if you need to call for help, you won't be able to, because the battery will be dead. Now, for concerns you have, you fasten your seatbelt, you look both ways before crossing the road, and I hope you wear your helmet when bicycling like I do. So what do you do on the trail? For sun, you have clothes and chemicals. Now I wear a big hat. It keeps the sun off. I can put sun lotion on, and some clothes have UV rays. For rain, I carry a poncho. For bugs, I got some new stuff that you put on your clothes, and it's supposed to last for several washings. So that keeps away bugs that might get on your clothes. Now you can put lotion on you, but be careful because children should not have as strong chemicals as adults. So take that into consideration. Also, if you walk in the middle of the trail, that makes it less likely that you're going to get bugs off of tall grass or bushes. So after your hike, check your clothes, check yourself all over, and take a shower. And for heat, keep drinking water. Start out taking short hikes, and for cold, wear layers of clothes. Now, another thing for flying bugs, besides lotions, you can get a net hat. Now, if you think about it, the lotion you have to keep buying and make sure you've got a full one every time you go. The net hat will last for a long time. You may also want to take some other things with you. Notebook, books like plants and animals, and binoculars, things like that. So as you do more in the outdoors, you may want to study plants. Leaves of 3, let it be. That means don't touch poison ivy, which has leaves in groups of 3. So you may also want to, in the future, take classes in first aid, map, and compass. So be safe and enjoy some of our many area trails.